7 money rules the rich follow that the poor don't know. The top 1% of the world does not have a secret bank account or a magic investment. What they have is a set of rules. Rules about money that they follow religiously. Rules that most people have never even heard of. And the gap between the rich and the poor is not about luck, inheritance, or even intelligence. It is about these 7 rules. And by the end of this video, you will know every single one of them. Rule number 1. Pay yourself first. Most people pay their bills first. Rent, utilities, groceries, subscriptions, and whatever is left over at the end of the month, if anything is left, goes to savings. The rich do the exact opposite. The moment money hits their account, a percentage is automatically transferred to investments before they even see it. This is not a suggestion. It is a non-negotiable system. George Clason wrote about this in The Richest Man in Babylon, published almost 100 years ago. The rule is simple. Save at least 10% of everything you earn, before rent, before food, before everything. Most people say they will invest what is left over, but here is the problem. There is never anything left over because spending expands to fill whatever money is available. The rich understand this. So they remove the choice entirely. They automate it. The money moves before their brain can convince them to spend it. If you earn $3,000 a month and automatically invest $300 before touching anything else, in 30 years at an average market return, you will have over $600,000 from just 10% automatically. Rule number 2, never work for money. Work for assets. This is the fundamental difference between the rich and the poor. Poor people trade their time for money. They work 40 hours a week, get a paycheck, spend it, and repeat until they are 65. Rich people use their money to buy things that generate more money, stocks that pay dividends, real estate that produces rental income, businesses that run without them. These are assets. And assets work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when you are sleeping. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income, not 7 jobs, 7 income streams. Most of those are passive, meaning they earn money without trading additional time. Your salary is one stream, but one stream is a river that can dry up. Multiple streams create an ocean that is almost impossible to drain. Rule number 3. Understand good debt versus bad debt. Most people think all debt is bad. The rich think differently. They see debt as a tool. Bad debt is money you borrow to buy things that lose value. A car loan, credit card debt, a financed vacation. You pay interest on something worth less every day. Good debt is money you borrow to buy things that gain value or produce income. A mortgage on a rental property that pays you more than the mortgage costs. A business loan for equipment that generates revenue. A student loan for a degree that dramatically increases your earning power. The rich do not avoid debt. They leverage it strategically. If you can borrow money at 5% interest, and invest it into something that returns 10%, you're making money from borrowed money. That is how wealth compounds exponentially. But the key word is strategically. Bad debt is a prison. Good debt is a vehicle. Rule number 4. Master the rule of 72. This is the simplest and most powerful math trick in finance, and almost nobody knows it. Take the number 72 and divide it by your annual return rate. The result is how many years it takes to double your money. If your investments return 10% per year, your money doubles every 7.2 years. That means $1,000 becomes $2,000 in 7 years, $4,000 in 14 years, $8,000 in 21 years, and over $64,000 in 42 years. From a single $1,000 investment without adding another cent. Now here is why this rule changes everything. It works in reverse too. If you have credit card debt at 20% interest, Your debt doubles every 3.6 years. That $5,000 credit card balance becomes $10,000 in less than 4 years, then $20,000, then $40,000. This is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Compound interest is either your greatest ally or your worst enemy. There is no middle ground. Rule number 5. Spend on experiences, not things. Research from Cornell University found that the happiness from buying material things fades within weeks, but the happiness from experiences, travel, learning, relationships actually increases over time as memories grow fonder. The rich understand this counterintuitive truth. A $50,000 watch gives you a thrill for a month. A $50,000 investment in learning a new skill, building a business, or traveling the world gives you returns for a lifetime. But here is the deeper lesson. When you spend money on things, you are buying temporary status. When you spend money on experiences and education, you are buying permanent capability. The watch does not make you richer. The knowledge does. The rich invest in what makes them better, not what makes them look better. Rule number 6. Build an emergency fortress, not a fund, a fortress. Most financial advisors tell you to save 3 to 6 months of expenses. The rich save 12 to 24 months. And here is why. When you have a small emergency fund, every financial setback feels like a crisis. You make desperate decisions. You sell investments at a loss. You take on bad debt. You accept terrible job offers because you need money now. But when you have a fortress of cash, you make decisions from a position of strength, not fear. Federal Reserve data shows that only 55% of American adults have enough savings to cover just 3 months of expenses. That means nearly half the population is one unexpected event away from financial disaster. The rich survive recessions, job losses, and emergencies, not because they are lucky. They survive because they prepared while everyone else was spending. Rule number 7. Your greatest investment is yourself. Warren Buffett was once asked what his best investment was. His answer was not a stock, a company, or real estate. He said, "The best investment I ever made was in myself." Tom Corley studied wealthy individuals for 5 years and found that 88% of rich people read at least 30 minutes per day for self-improvement. Only 2% of poor people do the same. The rich spend money on books, courses, mentors, and skills. The poor spend money on entertainment. Think about it this way. Every dollar you spend on improving your skills increases your earning potential for the rest of your life. A $200 course that teaches you a new skill could lead to a $10,000 raise, which compounds into hundreds of thousands over your career. No stock in the world has that kind of return on investment. So there they are. 7 rules that separate the wealthy from the broke. Pay yourself first. Work for assets, not money. Use debt as a tool, not a trap. Master the rule of 72. Spend on experiences and knowledge, not things. Build an emergency fortress and invest in yourself above all else. None of these rules require a high income. None of them require special connections. They require discipline, patience, and the willingness to play a different game than everyone around you. Start with just one. Pick the rule that hits you hardest and implement it this week. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe, because next time I am going to tell you the story of Nokia, a company that went from being worth $300 billion to selling itself for $7 billion, and the terrifying lesson it teaches about what happens when you stop adapting.